I am told that you can make contact with Sasquatch by tree knocking, and I'm going to attempt that.
I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot.
What do you want? Well, hi, here it is, May 28th, and typical weather for my city. Dark and gloomy and rainy and windy the last 2 weeks, so I don't know if summer is ever going to get here. But anyway, I just wanted to touch base, talk about a couple of things. Anyway, getting right into it, I happened to be in that comic book store the other day. It does games and figures and things, and I've yet to buy any figures from them because they're very expensive. But um, they looked through the comic books, and I told you that I keep an eye out for number ones, and I saw 3 number ones I picked up, and I'll show those to you. These, by the way, give you an idea, giving my age away. These are $4.99 each. Okay. When I was a kid and actively buying comic books, they cost 12 cents. Back when money was worth something. But anyway, the comic books I picked up. This is the Age of X-Men Alpha, number 1. I have no idea what the story is about, but and I'm probably not going to open it, but it is a number 1. So I picked that one up, and then we have Hot Shots, Domino Hot Shots, number 1. And I'm assuming this is Domino that was in Deadpool 2. And I really like that character, the woman who played her and everything. I actually really thought the character alive, but Domino's pretty neat there. But this is number 1. No idea what the stories are about or anything there. Interestingly enough, I think the most interesting of all they had was this one. Thanos, number 1. So Thanos is alive and well in the comics. I guess he has a child. So, but this is I guess that's his wife in the back. I'm not going to know anything about the story, but Thanos number 1. I think that's pretty interesting. So 3 number 1s. Okay. Aside from the superheroes, I have a little bit of Harry Potter. I'm not sure that would be like this. I'm not getting fully into Harry Potter right now. I'm pretty much sticking with just superheroes now. I've got some variation. Most of what I have is superheroes, but I'm going to show you some one I had. This one I've had for quite a while. Now this package is in atrocious shape. Okay, but I bought it because it's a very good figure, and this, of course, is Hagrid from Harry Potter. A very good figure, a large figure, and very well done. Like the package is just demolished, but the figure is a very good figure and a very good interpretation of the actor who played Hagrid. I like that one a lot. Now the other ones that are significant here, I try to get some rare ones. I've shown this one before, and this one is really in demand and really, really rare. And that is the Bellatrix Lestrange. This is going now, you get it like brand new, it's going close to $200 if I'm not mistaken, and I did pay quite a bit of money for this. This is the one that someone sneak sold to me as new, and it opened the package, it's taped in the back. I mentioned that before, buyer beware. But I still am happy with this, and I say it's a very hard figure to get, even open it's a hard figure to get, so I think it's still pretty valuable. It's probably not worth much more than I paid for it, because I paid about $90 for this. And it's probably not worth much more than that, especially like I say, somebody opened it up. But anyway, there are some characters I don't have from Harry Potter, which I'd like to have, and that would be like, I just noticed the Lucius character, Lucius Malfoy, is a pretty expensive character, and I don't have that one. Another one I'd really like to have is Dumbledore. It's good, and Snape is another one. Those are all there, and then Voldemort, and those are all $100 plus. But I've seen them, like I say, and I don't have any of those, but I'd like to have those. Anyway, 3 main characters, of course. Harry himself. Now this is from Order of the Phoenix. This is a pretty common figure, and not very expensive. I didn't pay very much for this. I was like $20 or something. But this is, the hairy ones seem to be really, really plentiful. So, but because I had the 3 from the Order of the Phoenix, I want to have this one. So I got Harry Potter. Now, the other ones that are part of that, of course, I have to have the main 3. This one here, Ron Weasley. This one is pretty tough to get and it's brand new, and I paid about, I think, $63 for this. And this one is pretty collectible, especially new, and not that easy to get, and I'm glad to have this in my collection. And of course, I can't have Harry and Ron without having my favorite Harry Potter character of all, and that is the ever beautiful Hermione Granger, played by Emma Watson. I love Emma Watson. She's just a neat lady. I really like her. And then this also is, this goes up and down, up and down. I think I paid $44 for this or something. And this one fluctuates in value, but I've never seen this for less than what I paid for it. And it is hard to get. I don't know what it goes for now, but it is one of the rarer Harry Potter ones. Like I say, and I have to have Hermione, because I think Hermione is just outstanding. She just shines through the movies, and I say I really like Emma Watson. So glad to have her in the package. Okay. My primary focus here is, I mentioned before, maybe not, just touched on the fact that I'm really into the paranormal, and we have a paranormal group. We haven't done much lately. One of the things is I don't have the ability to drive right now, and I was always the driver. And we have a group called Legend Trackers. We've done quite a bit of stuff. We have it online as well, where the group will go and we investigate these various haunted places. Pardon me 1 second, please. But anyway, really into hauntings, and I don't know your particular belief. If you believe in spirits, if you believe in the paranormal, it's up to the individual. That's fine. But I do happen to have 3 dolls which are haunted dolls, have spirits in them. Now, the first one I'm going to show you, this was advertised on eBay. Beautiful doll, and her name is Bree. And the fellow advertiser said this came from Lep Castle in Ireland, which is a very haunted castle, a notoriously haunted castle, and one of the places we want to visit. It's now private residence, but we still want to see it. That particular castle has well over 20 spirits attached to it, and this doll is supposed to have a spirit attached to it, and from Lep Castle. Now, I should add, the person who's selling these, I got a little suspicious because he suddenly had dolls from almost every haunted place in the world. I mean, every famous haunted place in the world, he had a doll from it. And I kind of wondered, is he possibly selling these under false pretenses? It's very easy to have dolls like this and then say they're a haunted doll from, wherever. I do know this doll does have a spirit attached to it, because my Ghost Radar Classic that I've used does allow this doll to speak. The spirit is very benign. I think that with haunted dolls, as long as you give them a home and treat them with respect, you will be fine. And she has done nothing naughty. She's been very calm. And she knows that she's loved and given a nice home. And as I said, you treat it all like that. Now, I'm not by any means recommending that you buy haunted objects, okay, because not all of them are like this one. I mean, this is a sweet, beautiful doll here, and a nice, gentle spirit. And, a lot of things you see, like on eBay, they have whole sections of haunted objects, haunted dolls. I don't recommend that you do that, okay, and I'm not going to recommend it, because you could really, really open some doors you don't want to open, whether you believe or not. If you want to take the time to study and everything there, but you're always taking a chance by doing that. You could buy a cursed object and not know it. You could unleash some terrible things in your home and your life, and I don't recommend it. So this is just my choice to do this. But she is a good spirit, and I care a lot about this figure, and she's been very, very nice, and she's beautiful. So anyway, and I'll set her down there. Another one, we have a very haunted area in northern Nevada. That's Virginia City. It's one of the most haunted cities in the world, and I've never gone there without having some kind of experience. There, almost every building has spirits attached to it. And there's a lady there who has a very nice store, and she has a lot of dolls in the store. And I saw a display model of the doll, and I really felt a strong attraction to that display model. And this lady and her husband own the store. They're really great people. The store is called Sandy's. It just recently moved, but it's still in Virginia City. But she was such a nice lady, and we were in there. I was in there with my friend Andrew when we were asking, to see her basement because it had a lot of spirits, and she was very protective of that because she knows that if you agitate the spirits, they'll be bad. And the ones there were very nice and very mellow, and she will only let people see that if the promise not to antagonize the spirits, not to provoke. There is one individual who should remain nameless that was there at her store, and she wouldn't let him downstairs because she is notorious for antagonizing spirits things. I think if you watch any ghost shows, you probably know who that is, but I won't say any names. Anyway, she had this doll on display, and I said to her, would you, when I could afford it, would you be willing to sell that display doll, that one there, because she's very attractive, nice spirit. And this wonderful lady, she took the doll, put it in a box, in a bag, and just gave me the doll. Gave me the doll. I mean just what a thing to do. I mean, I couldn't believe she did. Just a nice lady, nice people. I even offered to pay for her later, and they said, no, you don't owe us anything. So, but this is, I call her Lacey, and I keep her in the box. I may put her out at some point, but she's a beautiful doll, and there has a spirit attached to her. And this spirit, again, is another very gentle spirit. Talks to me once in a while on the radar and everything, and I just like to say, I don't know how well you can see her there. It's a little bit beautiful eyes, just absolutely beautiful eyes. But I love this doll. This one the lady gave me, and I'm very, very pleased to have this doll. And like I say, she's just a beautiful face. I mean, just a gleaming, glowing, beautiful face. I can't see that well, but I can see her here. Just right there, and I love this doll. And very nice to have it in my collection. And once again, like I say, you treat it with love and respect, and you're not going to have any problems. So, all right, finally, this last doll. As you can see, I've got some Marilyn Monroe plates, and I had a pretty big Marilyn Monroe collection, and then when I broke up with my last wife, when I left, I was in such a hurry to get out. I left everything behind, including my Marilyn collection, and that really hurt me. And I had this beautiful Marilyn Monroe doll that was the pride of my collection, and I left behind. And I think it was by a company called World Dolls, and I saw it in the store. We used to have a mall called Park Lane Mall, and they had a toy store. I saw this doll and just fell in love with it. That was the beginning of my Marilyn Monroe collection because it was such a beautiful interpretation of Marilyn. Well, I found the doll on eBay to replace it. Now, the box is not in very good shape. The box I had to tape up a lot. It's got a lot of tears and things, but the doll is good. And this is a Marilyn Monroe World doll. And I just think this is a beautiful, beautiful doll. And it does now have a spirit attached to it. I don't know how that happened. It may be from being around the others or something, but this is also one that talks on the ghost radar. And it does have another spirit. Again, a nice spirit. This one even called me by my name on I think I just saw an orb. There was a little orb or something just went down in front there. I think there was a little tiny orb that just came down there. But anyway, but she has a spirit attached to her, and she even said my name on the Ghost Radar Classic. I love this doll. It was the pride of my collection, and it's one that will always stand out. So, but I think this is again a beautiful interpretation of Marilyn Monroe, and the pride of not just my Marilyn collection, but my collection in general. And I will always hang on to this. There's no way I would get part of this again. So, anyway, it's been kind of short, but I just want to talk a little about that. And as I said, if you believe in spirits, great. If you don't, if you think I'm crazy, well, you're not the only one out there who does. So that's nothing new to me. But I know from personal experience, excuse me one second, please. I know from personal experience that spirits are real. And I've had, let's say, seen too much with the paranormal to disregard it. But again, I want to issue this caution. It's okay to be interested in the paranormal, but do not get into it and dabble You know, if you want to do your research and study and take the time and be careful and, you know, learn from people and know how to protect themselves, and that's what you've got to do. But don't dabble in it, and certainly don't get into it because I've said anything. You know, and don't just buy a haunted object, or you've even got to be careful in things like yard sales and antique stores and things about purchasing certain things, because they can have spirits attaching and curses and things. They can cause you a lot of problems. So, you know, do not get into it unless you're really willing to take the risk, because there is a risk in this. And you know, don't by any means get into it just because I've talked about it. Okay, you know, I'm not going to hold any responsibility if you deliberately buy something because you think I'm recommending you did, and end up with something horrible in your house and a problem and everything there. Okay, so just my advice is don't do it. Okay. Anyway, that's all I have to say for now, and you know, I'm glad to keep upstaying here. I hope you're enjoying these videos. I do appreciate your thumbs up, and you know, I hope that all's going well with you. I'm going to be adding some more figures, probably not for about a month or so. I've got to watch the finances right now, but there's some I have my eye on. But hopefully I'll add those to my collection when I have the money. So, everyone, I hope you have a good day. Remember, be safe, be smart, and keep on hunting. Thanks.